Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment by James Patterson. Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment. Warning, if you dare to read this story, you become part of the experiment. I know that sounds a little mysterious, but it's all I can say right now. Max. Prologue. Congratulations, the fact that you're reading this means you've taken one giant step closer to surviving till your next birthday. Yes, you, standing there leafing through these pages, do not put this book down. I'm dead serious. Your life could depend on it. This is my story, the story of my family, but it could just as easily be your story too. We're all in this together, trust me on that. I've never done anything like this, so I'm just going to jump in and you try to keep up. Okay, I'm Max, I'm 14, I live with my family who are 5 kids not related to me by blood, but still totally my family. We're kind of amazing. Not to sound too full of myself, but we're like nothing you've ever seen before. Basically, we're pretty cool, nice, smart, but not average in any way. The 6 of us, me, Fang, Iggy, Nudge, the Gasman, and Angel, we're made on purpose by the sickest, most horrible scientists you could possibly imagine. They created us as an experiment where we ended up only 98% human. That other 2% has had a big impact, let me tell you. We grew up in a science lab/prison called the school, in cages like lab rats. It's pretty amazing we can think or speak at all, but we can, and so much more. There was one other school experiment that made it past embassy, part human, part wolf, all predator. They're called erasers. They're tough, smart, and hard to control. They look human, but when they want to, they are capable of morphing into wolfmen, complete with fur, fangs, and claws. The school uses them as guards, police, and executioners. To them, we're 6 moving targets. Prey, smart enough to be a fun challenge. Basically, they want to rip our throats out and make sure the world never finds out about us. But I'm not lying down just yet. I'm telling you, right? This story could be about you or your children. If not today, then soon. So please take this seriously. I'm risking everything that matters by telling you. But you need to know. Keep reading. Don't let anyone stop you. Signed, Max and my family, Fane, Iggy, Nudge, the Gasman, and Angel. Welcome to our nightmare. Part 1, Flock Fright. 1. The funny thing about facing imminent death is that it really snaps everything else into perspective. Take right now, for instance. Run, come on, run, you know you can do it. I gulped deep lungfuls of air, my brain was on hyperdrive, I was racing for my life. My one goal was to escape, nothing else mattered. My arms being scratched to ribbons by a briar I'd run through, no biggie. My bare feet hitting every sharp rock, rough root, and pointed stick, not a problem. My lungs aching for air, I could deal. As long as I could put as much distance as possible between me and the erasers. Yeah, erasers, half men, half wolves. Usually armed, always bloodthirsty. Right now they were after me. See, that snaps everything into perspective. Run, you're faster than they are. You can outrun anyone. I've never been this far from the school before. I was totally lost. Still, my arms pumped by my sides, my feet crashed through the underbrush, my eyes scanned ahead anxiously through the half-light. I could outrun them. I could find a clearing with enough space for me to... Oh no. The unearthly baying of bloodhounds on the scent welled through the trees, and I felt sick. I could outrun men. All of us could, even Angel, and she's only 6. But none of us could outrun a big dog. Dogs, go away, let me live another day. They were getting closer. Dim light filtered in through the woods in front of me. A clearing, please. A clearing could save me. I burst for the trees, chest heaving, a thin sheen of cold sweat on my skin. Yes, no, oh no. I skidded to a halt, my arms waving, my feet backpedaling in the rocky dirt. It wasn't clearing. In front of me was a cliff, a sheer face of rock that dropped to an unseeable floor hundreds of feet below. In back of me were woods filled with drooling bloodhounds and psycho erasers with guns. Both options stank. The dogs were yelping excitedly. They found their prey. Moi. I looked over the deadly drop. There was no choice, really. If you were me, you'd have done the same thing. I closed my eyes, held out my arms, and let myself fall over the edge. The eraser screamed angrily, the dogs barked hysterically, and then all I could hear was the sound of air rushing past me. It was so dang peaceful. For a second, I smiled. Then, taking a deep breath, I unfurled my wings as hard and as fast as I could. 13 feet across, pale tan with white streaks and some freckly-looking brown spots. They caught the air, and I was suddenly yanked upward, hard, as if a parachute had just opened. Yow! Note to self, no sudden unfurling. Wincing, I pushed down with all of my strength. Then I pulled my wings up, then pushed downward again. Oh my god, I was flying, just like I'd always dreamed. The clipboard, draped in shadow, receded beneath me. I laughed and surged upward, feeling the pull of my muscles, the air whistling through my secondary feathers, the breeze drying the sweat on my face. I soared up past the cliff edge, past the startled hounds and the furious erasers. One of them, hairy-faced, fangs dripping, raised his gun. A red dot of light appeared on my torn nightgown. Not today, you jerk, I thought, veering sharply west so the sun could be in his hate-crazed eyes. I'm not going to die today. 2. I jolted upright in bed, grasping my hand over my heart. I couldn't help checking my nightgown. No red laser dot, no bullet holes. I fell back on my bed, limp with relief. Jeez, I hated that dream. It was always the same. Running away from the school, being chased by erasers and dogs. Me falling off a cliff, and suddenly whoosh, wings, flying, escaping. I always woke up feeling a second away from death. Note to self. Give subconscious a pep talk. 3 better dreams. It was chilly, but I forced myself out of my cozy bed. I threw on clean sweats amazingly. Nudged had put away the laundry. Everyone else was still asleep. I could have a few minutes of peace and quiet, get a jump on the day. I glanced out the hall windows on the way to the kitchen. I loved this view, the morning sunlight breaking over the crest of the mountains, the clear sky, the deep shadows, the fact that I could see no sign of any other people. We were high on a mountain, safe, just me and my family. Our house was shaped like a letter E turned on its side. The bars of the E were cantilevered on stilts out over a steep canyon, so if I looked out a window, I felt like I was floating. On a cool scale from 1 to 10, this house was an easy 15. Here, my family and I could be ourselves. Here, we could live free. I mean, literally free, as in not in cages. Long story, more on that later. And of course, here's the best part. No grown-ups. When we first moved here, Jeff Batchelor had taken care of us like a daddy. He saved us. None of us had parents, but Jed had come close as possible. 2 years ago, he disappeared. I knew he was dead. We all did. But we didn't talk about it. Now we were on our own. Yep, no one telling us what to do, what to eat, when to go to bed. Well, except me. I'm the oldest, so I try to keep things running as best I can. It's a hard, thankless job, but someone has to do it. We don't go to school either, so thank God for the internet, because otherwise we wouldn't know nothing. But no schools, no doctors, no social workers knocking on our door. It's simple. If no one knows about us, we stay alive. I was rustling around for food in the kitchen when I heard Sleepy shuffling behind me. Morning, Max. And I'm going to end it here at the 3, because that's one starts like either the 3rd part of this chapter or whatever, but it is a giant 3 on this page. But yeah, that's like the first part of Maximum Ride. I haven't done a Krissie Reads in a while, so I wanted to. And so yeah. And hopefully I'll actually have art that I drew for like this actual series going up with it. So yeah, have a lovely day, you guys. Let me know if you want to hear me read more of the Maximum Ride series. And yeah, bye guys.